So the past few days I've been talking about George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, and the riots of 2020. It's a sensitive topic for many, but my thought was it might be time to start shedding some light on mistakes made on all sides. Ultimately, my point was this: one evil does not counteract another, especially when it victimizes the innocent. You may have heard this before in the context of an eye for an eye leaves everyone blind. I stated there are much better ways to get your point across than the act of rioting. Here are some responses. BLM's response was justified. Cold-blooded unaliving by totalitarian government can only be cured with violence. Cold-blooded. So the thing here is it's not so cut and dry like you're implying. There were a lot of variables, such as the drugs in Floyd's system, him physically resisting arrest, and of course the knee on his neck and shoulders. But even if it was cold-blooded, nobody waited for those facts before seizing the opportunity to riot for days and weeks on end across the country. Let's look at some more comments. Sometimes sacrifices need to be made for the greater good. Riots are the only way. BLM committed treason because it's the only thing that works. I mean, at this point, if this guy isn't on a watch list somewhere, I would be shocked. BLM did one good thing, got Derek Chauvin convicted. Were it not for BLM, he would have been acquitted. This one's wild to me because you're implying Chauvin was only convicted due to straight up witness tampering and jury intimidation, which is not justice by any means. And if this is true, it would be grounds for a retrial. Other ways to get your point across. Name one that actually works. First of all, name calling in an argument is a clear indication that you've already lost, and typically I won't engage any further, but in this case, I think it's important to the core of my argument to address this. Have you ever heard of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Does I Have a Dream ring any bells? He united the masses peacefully and used only his words to do so. He was smart enough to recognize that violence is only met with more violence, so his best course of action was to act civilly as to gather as many ears as possible by engaging in civil discourse. Now we have people like Maxine Waters, who during the trial in Minneapolis publicly called for civil unrest if Chauvin was found not guilty. That's not justice. And that doesn't help anyone. And I want to make it clear that I'm not claiming any absolutes in regards to the guilt or innocence of Floyd or Chauvin. I'm trying my best to remain unbiased here. I do have my thoughts on the matter, but inserting those here wouldn't be constructive for conversation. I'm doing my best to stick with the hard facts, but I'm only human. Let me know what you think.